My life getting juicier when I bring Tantra into the daily life. Your body can express that things.
But if you say, I feel horny, I feel sexual, everybody knows what that
It could be all, but for me now it's become a lifestyle. And also I embody it into the daily practice. It's not like a workshop or retreat you do for once in your lifetime. No, it is bring you into the real life and daily life, into everything. Actually, not just when making love. It's in every details of life. And when you drink, when you eat, when you be with yourself, the way you treat yourself is actually the way you expect others to treat you. And the Tantra, if you put the Tantra into your daily life, your life, for me personally, my life getting juicier when I bring Tantra into the daily life. And everything you do like normal you do, but with Tantra essence, and things can be really sensual. Essential even when you're having food and you can play with the food. You can have use your imagination, your body or your body can express that things. So it's actually bring layers and the juiciness into your daily life. And eventually you just like people just come to me now. Like you have really strong sexual energy around you. I don't know, it's just really, really attracted. I feel so attracted to you. The strangers come to me. I think that's also because I bring the Tantra into my daily life.
you do. You definitely did.
Thank you.
That's a great question. So you ask, if I hear you correct, between embodiment and spirituality. And actually it's both, like Joe is saying. Like the true spirituality is not just, going to church and having this, meditative experience with God. That's also beautiful. It's also part of it. But that's just one aspect of it. The most significant aspect of spirituality is the everyday life. Why are we here in this planet that appears to be quite fucked up, with all of us together in this together, right? Do you think it is so we can just be alone and meditate and be just with God? What about all these other 8 billion beings that share this experience with us? So the true spirituality for me is when you recognize everyone as God, where you recognize first yourself as God and then see that in everyone, that we are all a fragment of God. So you go live your life like this is it. You're not so much concerned with what is going to happen afterwards. The most important thing is we're here and we're here together. Let's figure this out together and live the best possible life together. That's the true spirituality for me.
Wow. What about you?
Of course. Who hasn't?
Yeah, who hasn't?
Mm-hmm.
You. I want to hear
Well,
you.
it's interesting because when I did my first Tantra retreat, maybe for that reason, the facilitators chose not to mention the word Tantra. Even though they were teaching Tantra and teaching meditation from Osho, which maybe of you know Osho, they never mentioned the word Tantra because I did like 3-4 retreats with them, not knowing that I was actually doing Tantra.
Yeah.
And then later on, from other teachers, I purposely did Tantra retreats, and then I realized, oh, this is the same I was already doing before. So I had an incursion into Tantra without knowing that I was doing Tantra, because maybe if I would have known that it was Tantra, I would have brought all those things that I had heard. I would have had that prejudice about Tantra, that, oh, we're going to do sexual stuff, right? We're going to be doing sexual stuff. But actually, no, we were not necessarily doing sexual stuff. So yeah, I think that's the most misconception that you hear about Tantra, that Tantra is just about sexuality. And the difference between the reality of Tantra and the misconception is that Tantra begins with sexuality. Tantra is the only ideology and philosophy that doesn't leave out sexuality. That sexuality is not treated like a taboo anymore. That sexuality is seen like an integral part of life. And not only that, but it's the beginning of everything. Like there is no spiritual work unless you begin from the sexuality.
I didn't have much tantra. Even I didn't heard about this word until actually I met Eric for the first time. So we didn't know each other. We were introduced by a mutual friend, and they were doing a few times of tantra retreat already together. And the way my friends talk to me, she's a girl, and the way she described tantra, which made me really aroused. And I was doing a lot of healing anyway, so I was really looking forward to try it. And then she brought Eric, and we started doing the Kundalini activation together. And after 90 minutes of Kundalini activation, I remember, even till this day, I remember clearly how much my body be activated sexually. Because I'm doing yoga for a while already, so yoga doesn't give me that kind of effect. But that thing, when Eric shows up that day, and he leading me to do this kind of movement, and I feel so arousing. And also my whole body feels sexy. And also that's because I haven't dated anyone in 2 years. And I just ended up 7 years in marriage, so I didn't date anyone. So I feel so much, energy, sexual energy flow into my body, and it was so beautiful, so beautiful. And that's also the first time I actually got to know what is Tantra, and my impression regarding Tantra was really beautiful because of this kind of the way that I was introduced, and also because you in the space, which make me feel so safe. And I think that's feeling safe, feeling you can trust the person completely is really basic for Tantra. For Tantra, also for the deep healings that I had in terms of my sexuality. So I can say that my beginning of Tantra was really wonderful, incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I want to add to that, if I may, that because people might hear sexual energy and they're like, okay, so is it sexual or is it a different kind of energy? Like, all energy is the same, and the most obvious way that we can feel energy is through our sexuality, because it's actually the point in which the energy enters the body is through the sexuality. So
it's a basic energy.
So how could you speak about energy and really praise energy if you're also not speaking about sexual energy? Because it's the first manifestation of that energy in the first chakra, and then as that energy moves up through the body, then it takes different form. But yeah, feeling sexual energy is not necessarily anything bad. It's just something very.
I think it's really good.
It's amazing, right?
Amazing.
It's like
it's a basic.
You can talk about energy with anyone, and they might have no idea what you're talking about. You can say, "Oh, I feel this energy," and people are like, "What are you feeling? Like heat, like tingleness, sensation?" Like they have no idea. But if you say, "I feel horny, I feel sexual," everybody knows what that feels like, right? Well, that's energy. That's exactly energy. Primal energy. It's the beginning of the energy. So it's important to clarify that for those who are not aware of what do we mean when we say energy. It's the same. It's exactly the same.